Welcome to Movie Life Crisis. Join us as we watch the best movies from 30 years ago.
We have 24 hours. We find her and we kill her.
Rolling Stone says Long Kiss is super sexy and action-charged. It juggles jolts and jokes with a mad fervor. Turns on the fireworks.
Hey, honey, this is a real big gun.
This ain't no ham on rap, pal.
Geena Davis and Samuel L. Jackson are the action team of the fall.
Honk if there's any trouble.
Yeah, so Miss Daisy, I be honking.
What a ride. Take it. The Long Kiss Goodnight. Rated R. Starts Friday at a theater near you.
What took you so long? I would have been here earlier. I was thinking of that ham on rye bit.
Thinking of that ham on rye lumber, ham on rye line.
Oh man, that's great.
Yeah, this movie had even more quotes than I was remembering, and there was a couple in there that I liked.
Yeah, there was a whole bunch that I always say, and I was like, oh man, there's even more than I remember. That was great.
Yeah, if you're one of the people who watches this on video, you'll notice that I'm in somewhere different. I'm actually in Hammond because I don't have power in Nashville, day 7. So
Oof.
I got the glass blocks behind me, like I've called Jeff into my office to talk about an HR violation.
Oh, I've already been there numerous times.
You have to
HR
stop
doesn't
saying that
scare
you're
me
touching the
anymore.
youth of America. Parents don't like
No,
that.
I'm fingering the pulse of America's youth.
Movie Life Crisis Season 6, Episode 3, The Long Kiss Goodnight. The super extra long kiss goodnight.
Yes. Very Long Kiss Goodnight. Dude, cult classic. I freaking forgot how fun this was.
I went because I'm back home at my parents' house and I have racks and racks of DVDs this is where they all live. And they're full of movies that we've done on the podcast. So I was looking through there last night. I was like, maybe I have this. I know I owned this. It's not there. I already took several trash bags of DVDs to the used bookstore in Nashville and traded them in for store credit. But that might have been in that pile.
Oh no. I'm scared. Kat wants me to get rid of all of them because it's like big plastic cases. I was just telling this dude at work, Ledford, he was like, oh yeah, I got records and these VHS tapes and my wife makes me get rid of them. I was like, oh man, I got so many DVDs and my wife is just like, when are you going to go sell those or something or just throw them away? I'm like, when this whole thing collapses, you're going to be glad we have all these movies. She's like, I don't like any of these movies.
Don't throw them away. I'll tell you that much because we lost power for 7 days. So I lost power to the server where all my movies live. So I'm having to look at stuff on and also some of the stuff, some of the DVDs in my priceless collection that lives in my parents' house, even though I'm 45, is like stuff that I don't even think you can find on the internet, like BB Mac Music in High Places. I don't think I can even download that.
Oh,
like I think I got to own that.
We were listening to BB Mac on the way home from the basketball game today. That's weird that you said that.
So there's some stuff in there. I'm like, this is a priceless artifact. Dude, speaking of, I said on the last episode that I got my kid into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon from the 80s.
Yeah.
And we fled the no power to my parents' house. And I was telling Wendy, I was like, I'll go to Target. I'll get Wolf some Ninja Turtle stuff just so he's got stuff to play with. So we're about to. And my mom was like, look what I found. It's a huge basket of like 25 Ninja Turtles from when me and my brother were kids.
Ah, that's great.
It's freaking straight up antique turtles. So
yeah, it's like that one Donatello that sits by the roof of Mariners, watches everybody eat kicking chicken. Antique. Dude, that's awesome that she still had him. That's crazy.
It was ridiculous. Yeah. So my kid is fully ready to take 30 Ninja Turtles back home. I was like, we're not taking all those. He's like, well, you said they're mine now. I want to take them.
Yeah, you got to have something when you come down here, though. So you only take one of each.
We'll take one of each. We'll take the full set. It's going to be great. But man, Long Kiss Goodnight. Give us a synopsis.
An amnesiac mom discovers she's actually a CIA assassin and goes on the run with a low-rent PI as her past catches up fast.
Yeah.
Geena
Davis and Samuel L. Jackson.
Dude, the chemistry these two have, unbelievable.
They're great, man. And I was trying to like, I didn't, we got to Louisiana and we drove 11 hours and I was like, I got to watch that movie. And when he was like, you're going to watch it tonight? I was like, no, I don't really want to. And she's like, well, you should. I was like, I know, but I'm in a bad mood now. And if I watch movies when I'm in a bad mood, then I don't like to talk about them because I don't think it's very good. I'm like, I need to wait.
Well, how far did you drive before you watched Captain Ron then?
I was 0 miles. I went nowhere. That's what it took.
Oh man, maybe you should have drove and you would have liked it.
So I was like, let me put it off. Let me watch it the next day. So just let me get my mind right. But even still, I was like, this shit has taken forever. And everybody I talked to were like, what movie you're doing? I tell them. And Wendy's like, I'd never heard of that. My dad's like, I don't think I remember that one. I was like, how did me and Jeff, how are we the only ones that remember this movie?
There have been people that I've talked to that remembered it.
Like it's from
none of the kids.
It's from Shane Black, who wrote Lethal Weapon. It's from Renny Harlin, who directed Die Hard 2 and who's married to Geena Davis. It's got freaking Geena Davis. It's like when I'm watching it, I'm like, it's clear that this was set up to be a big movie by New Line. Like there's a bunch of outdoor shoots. There's a bunch of different locations. There's expensive action sequences. Like it's clear they thought this was going to be a blockbuster. They put the money in.
I think, I don't know, man. This is Independence Day comes out before this. That's a huge movie.
Yeah.
I don't know if people are thinking it's trying to live up to that hype or something. I don't know.
But compared to the two big action movies,
made money.
Yeah, I think so. But compared to the two big action movies of this year, Twister and Independence Day, this is not anywhere near in the same class. Like both from a gross standpoint, and also just from like how good of a movie it is.
Right.
$65 million budget, $95 million gross, 1.5 multiplier, which means it technically probably did not make back its budget by the time you figure in like the advertising spend and all that fun stuff.
Right. I'm sure they're disappointed with that, but dude,
everybody involved still says they like Samuel L. Jackson said, he said on Kimmel just a couple of years ago, this is one of his favorite characters and it's one of the favorite movies of his to watch. And Geena Davis said like she loved it. She loved working with Samuel L. Renny Harlin, the director, thinks it's one of the best movies he's ever done. It's like everybody like still likes it. They just didn't do that well.
Yeah. I mean, there's definitely stuff that I could say like, we didn't need that. We could cut that out and make it a little tighter and maybe more people like it. But dude, the back and forth, it just feels so natural with these two. I don't know why.
Well, that was the weird thing to me, man. It's like, it's 2 hours long and I was bored during the most exciting part of the movie, which is like the final action set piece, the climax of the whole film, shit's blowing up everywhere. And I was like, this is not, I don't even like this part. I want this to be over.
Yeah.
But the part that wasn't boring was when Geena Davis and Samuel L. Jackson are doing stuff together. Like that shit
when
was
they're talking
awesome.
back and forth. Yeah, that was the best part. That was the best part.
Them two in scenes together was incredible. But then the action part, I was like, I don't even remember why they're fighting that guy. Like, why did that explode? This is taking forever.
Yeah, dude, I didn't have any ill will towards the guy. I didn't know why I was supposed to hate him. I couldn't remember.
Yeah, well, he had that thin beard, which you could tell in the 90s meant he was a villain.
Ah, yes. He was good looking, thin beard, must be the bad guy.
Did you have any awards for this?
There were some Saturn awards. Geena Davis was nominated for Best Actress.
Nice.
No major awards though. No.
Do they still make Saturns, the cars, or did those go out of business?
No, Saturn and the cars are gone.
Okay.
There's a kid that drives a Saturn, and he told me the story about how he brought it to the place, and they were like, "Son, we can't fix this anymore." He had to go to like a junkyard and get like pieces to bring to an actual like family mechanic.
There should be plenty of them in the junkyards because there was one on every corner back in the day. What about Saturn, the video game console? They still make those?
I don't think so. Wasn't that a Sega? No.
Yeah, Sega Saturn.
Yeah.
I also set up, by the way, when the ice storm hit, before we lost power, I set up my Apple TV with an NES emulator so that Wolf could play Excite Bike.
Ooh,
because he's 4, so he's never played video games. He can't do the direction and the buttons at the same time, but he loves it.
Yeah, of course he does.
I was like, dude, we're going to ride this ice storm out. We're going to play freaking Mario Brothers. And then the power went out immediately and never came back on.
We're going to ride this out. Oh, 11-hour drive.
Yeah. After handing hotels, like, I'm going to hand you my wallet. You give me back what you think I deserve. And sequels, they talked about doing a sequel to this in 2007, 11 years later. I don't know why. I don't know why they talked about it. I don't know why they didn't do it.
I want just these two to hang out and have a movie like that.
Yeah.
I want the same dynamic, but maybe don't try to make it an action movie. I don't know how you do that though.
Yeah, a lot of flashbacks. I don't know.
Yeah, there you go. I don't know.
Nobody ever does it, but it'd be cool to have like you think about like Riggs and Murtaugh, not Riggs because Mel Gibson's horrible, but like that type of like old action stars where they just sit in rocking chairs and they talk about their action. And when it flashes back, then it's like animated. That's what I want. Like manga style anime flashbacks, but then it's just two old guys or two old people, Geena Davis and Samuel L., just talking about their adventures.
Yeah. So it's them as their characters. They're not telling you about the movie making process, right? They're telling you.
They're in character.
Oh, nice.
And they both really like their characters, so I think they're on board.
I would watch that.
We could do it for like $5 million. It's gonna be so much cheaper.
We could have AI just draw it for us. We're done.
I got an AI story to tell you after we get done filming.
Oh no!
Do you remember when and where you first saw this?
I do remember. I saw this the day after Halloween at the theater in Hammond, and I remember because it came out before Halloween, I think.
But it came out like second week of October.
Yeah, I remember seeing this at the Late Show after Eckerd's, walking down, keeping my car parked in the same spot, taking my snacks that I bought with my Eckerd discount down to the thing and walking in. And the lady or the girl or whoever that was doing the ticket thing between the two doors was dressed in a Halloween costume. And I thought it was weird that it was November 1st and she was wearing that.
Yeah. And she thought it was weird that you came in wearing a smock.
No, I lost the smock. I took that off. But that's the only reason I remember going to see this, which is weird to me.
Dude, that's awesome. I don't remember. I know I own this. I guess you probably told me about it. Like, hey, I saw this movie. It's hilarious. You should check it out. But I don't remember seeing it.
Yeah. I mean, if you saw it on your TV at your parents' house, it was a bigger screen than when I saw it on at the Hammond Theater the first time. So
I had to wait for it to come out in new releases at Blockbuster and go rent it. And it was like $3.99, but I had to bring it back and I had to make sure I rewound it.
You had to bring it back in an hour and a half and it's a 2-hour movie.
Yeah. Had to watch it in the car. Had to watch it in the Genoble's full-size van that had the VHS TV combo.
Dude, I freaking love riding in there because we used to get to watch Donald in Math Magic Land, and I used to love that VHS.
Yeah, man, the full-size van back in the day, you're like this. I've lived in apartments that weren't as comfortable as this full-size van for the tiniest family. They could have all fit in a motorcycle with a sidecar, and they had the biggest, plushiest van.
Dude, I like that van.
Yeah, it was great. All right, where'd you rate this?
Dude, I felt the same way about the action sequences. I was just like, it's very 1996 special effects, which took me out of it. Because like Twister had 96 special effects, but they were special. These were not as special. So it took me out of it for the action sequences. But damn, dude, I like their banter back and forth so much that I gave it an 8. Say 8.
Yeah. The first half of the movie, I was thinking for sure it was going to be an easy 8. And then the second half, I was like, this is taking forever.
It did, yeah.
I got to get out of here. And then I bumped it down to a 6.5. And then I slept on it and thought about it some more. And then I bumped it down again to a 6.
Nice.
Because I was like, dude, why was that movie so confusing and complicated towards the end? Yeah. Why did it have to be a whole, like they were talking to the president in the basement. And then there was like a whole, it was just about, they were going to fake a terrorist attack to get budgets. I'm like, this is unnecessarily complicated.
Yeah. And what was Brian Cox even there for?
Just to give one of my favorite lines of the whole movie, but otherwise I don't know.
Is it about the dog?
Yes.
Alice, your dog.
Yeah, I typed the whole thing up on my phone because like I gotta capture that for the podcast listeners. That is a beautiful piece of writing that he delivered perfectly.
Oh God!
That's what I'm saying. Like the second half was overly complicated, and I didn't like it. It was just like Lethal Weapon, buddy cop movie. Why not just do that? It's so good. They're so good together.
Yeah.
And also like the freaking Samuel L. Jackson's outfits were amazing.
Oh, dude.
They were so cold. Brian he was wearing a freaking beret that looked like it was made out of like sheep.
when he got dressed out of Brian Cox's trunk and he was standing
like neon.
There, and I was like, he looks like a freaking leprechaun. What is he doing? This is awesome.
He looks like a leprechaun who's caddying for the PGA. But it was so cold, the stuff that he was wearing. And then when Geena Davis did the like blonde hair with like dark eyeshadow, I was like, all right, they look awesome too. But the soundtrack was unbelievable.
Yeah.
She freaking threw him out of a moving vehicle while Stubborn Kind of Fella played, and he just laid on the pavement smoking a cigarette. I was like, this is so perfect.
And he's like laying on the ground and he's leaning over, and I was like, what's he doing? Oh, that's right. He's lighting up a cigarette. And it's like right outside of a club, and there's a bunch of people waiting in line. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah. But that whole second half, the whole third act, it just really dragged. It got overly complicated. I thought the action stuff was boring. I mean, there's a couple incredible action sequences, but the whole final one, I was like, this is like a different movie that they got jammed into this one that I don't like as much.
Yeah, I like the whole filling up the baby doll with gasoline,
kerosene or whatever.
Kerosene,
yeah,
and then chipping away and then blowing the whole wall out. Like I didn't know what was going on. I was like, I don't remember this. This is extra.
Yeah, so I don't know, because I was trying to think, because there was a part in the middle of the movie. There's a couple scenes where I didn't like Geena Davis's performance, and I was like, all right, maybe it's her. Maybe I don't like Geena Davis in this. So then the whole second half of the movie, the question I kept asking myself is, if this was Charlize Theron, would I like it any better? Because I feel like she'd be great at that. And and by the end of it, I was like, no, she wouldn't have done any better. Geena Davis is awesome. There's a couple of spots where she probably wasn't directed very well, or she wasn't edited very well.
Yeah,
that I didn't like. But for the most part, she was badass, and like, there's nobody I could have replaced her with that would have made it any better.
Right. That freaking water wheel scene was pretty awesome too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, but I could see swapping her out for Charlize Theron. You're right, like that kind of action. She's done an action movie like that. I can't remember what it's called, but
she's done a couple. She's done like The Old Guard on Netflix, but she can be that, like, she could be like the sweet mom and then like the total badass. She's too old if we remake this in 2026. But I was just thinking, like, who's like this tall, statuesque, badass ass kicker lady. Yeah. I was like, Charlize would be my first choice of my life, but she wouldn't have made the movie any better. Geena Davis was awesome.
Our other daughter.
Her other daughter.
All right, so let's do the best. What's your first best scene?
My first best scene was when we first meet Samuel L. Jackson in the movie. She's Geena Davis is an assassin who's lost her memory. It's Jason Bourne shit. She's got a wife she's got a kid and a fiance, and she doesn't know that she used to be a spy. And so she's hired a private investigator, Samuel L. Jackson, to try to figure out where she came from. And when we see Samuel L. Jackson for the first time, he's basically shaken down a guy who's like hired a prostitute, and he's pretending to be a police officer to scam him. And all the shit that he's saying is cracking me up. And his other police officers that he's hired to accompany him are homeless guys who are like hiccuping and can't remember any of the Miranda stuff.
You have the right. You have the right to remain silent. He couldn't get it out.
And the lady pretending to be the prostitute is his partner, and he's like ripping on her. He's like, I can see by your choice of companion that you don't have a lot of money, but we can make this go away if you just give me a little bit of money.
Great.
And I was like, dude, that's such a perfect intro for Samuel L. And he's freaking great at it. He's a great crooked cop who's scamming people, who's now a private investigator.
That is a great, because that's where he says the assumption makes an ass out of you and umption. That is, dude, that's, and what he's like says something about going to prison. He's like, he says dirty words, so I'm trying not to say them, but he's like, if you think the case is getting thrown out because it's too violent, I will personally pay someone to rape you in the butt all the time. So if you like butt raping, if you're a butt raping fan, go ahead and mouth off. That's fantastic. Sam Jackson.
He's fantastic, dude. And the dialogue in this movie is incredible. The plotting was weak and the dialogue was incredible. And the two of them, Geena Davis and Samuel L. Jackson, their delivery, the whole movie was freaking fantastic.
Yeah. His delivery. He's just cool. I want to be
that's
like
why
him.
Yes, he's in my characters, obviously. Yeah. And I was like, dude, Samuel L. Jackson is always cool in every movie. You could just say like, describe Samuel L. Jackson in one word, and you would just probably say cool.
Cool. Yeah.
But to me, like, this is as cool as he ever is, except for maybe Pulp Fiction.
Dude, like when he's, the scene where they go to the phone place and they try to tap into the hotel's phone or whatever. Yeah. He's like sitting there and he's got his feet up on the desk crossed and he's holding the gun and he's got the headset on and the phone rings and he just leans over and taps the space bar and he says this is Chet, how may I help you? Like, dude, he's just so smooth and cool. I freaking want to be like him. He's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, he's a great role model. As long as you don't care about language. What are you, a Mormon? Yes, I'm a Mormon. That's why I just smoked a pack of Newports and drank 6 vodka tonics.
Oh, man. What up with that?
What's your first scene?
My first one is when she is cutting vegetables.
Yeah.
And her knife skills start to come out. She's else. She's like casually chopping the vegetables and muscle memory takes over and she just starts chopping at a superhuman speed. And like her knife skills are awakened. Then he throws her a tomato and she's like balancing the knife on the tip of her finger on the tip of the knife. And she throws the thing up and sticks it and says, chefs do that. Freaking great. Cause that's like her, it's slowly starting to come through.
She gets in a car wreck and she like flies through the window because she wasn't wearing a seatbelt because it's the 90s. Yeah. And then she starts to like have her original identity come back to her, but she doesn't know before this. She knows nothing about who she was before. And she's like getting all excited. She's like, hey, look, I used to do this. I'm a chef. Throw me another vegetable. And he's like throwing her peppers and throwing her tomatoes. And then she freaking throws the knife and sticks the tomato to the wall. And then everyone's like, all right, that's weird. She just goes, chefs do that.
What about the guy who was in the car with her that made her get in the accident and almost hit the deer because he was pretending to be sober and grabbed her boobie? Then the freaking car was on fire and he was sitting in the front seat. Yeah. She stood up, walked through the water like Princess Anna, and then snapped the neck of the deer and then passed out. So she didn't even take him out of the car. Did he die?
I don't know. I hope so. I like that she got flung from the vehicle and the car was on fire. And instead of thinking like, oh, my passenger is old, I should check on him. She's like, let me just take this deer and just snap his neck. Yeah.
You gotta put the deer out of its misery. That other guy.
And then let me just lay down in the snow and take a little snooze. I have a quote from that scene coming up later on. My second scene also takes place in a car. It's obviously Samuel L. Jackson and Geena Davis riding in the car.
God bless.
Because I can't remember. It was maybe more than one time, but I think it was the one main. It's the first one. The one that like one of the quotes we always do. Where it's like, you cold? It's like, I turn on the heater for you. Doesn't work, but makes a very annoying noise. It distracts you from being cold.
Yeah.
But then in that same scene, they're like talking about, she's accusing him of being like a low rent PI, and he's like telling the story about how he was a crooked cop and how he didn't get set up. He actually was crooked. And and then she's like yells,
so they planted him. He's like, hell no, I stole them things.
He's like, no, I stole them. And he's like yells out the window at a jogger, and they have like a long talk. She's like, I'm sure that you made her day by hooting out the window. He's like, I wasn't hooting. I was just admiring her form. But like, there's a whole conversation about whether it's okay to catcall women out of moving vehicles.
Yeah.
And dude, it's
he's
all
like,
there back
man, you
forth.
can see them things coming around the corner. Got time to fix your hair.
But dude, it's great. It's great dialogue. It's great delivery. It's the absolute essence of what this movie should have been.
Should have been more of that. Yeah. One of my quotes is actually from that scene because he's singing a song and he's, I'd really love to see you tonight. And he's like, I'm not talking about the linens.
I'm not talking about the linens.
She's like, moving in. He's like, what? It's like, it's not linen. This song's not about linen. He's like, whatever. That's freaking great.
Yeah, dude, the soundtrack is incredible. I don't know if they released it anywhere, but there was nothing but bangers in the background of this movie.
Yeah, but it wasn't like songs made for this movie, right? Like most of the ones I heard were like Marvin Gaye
dude,
song.
it was a lot of like Motown era stuff. It was just great.
Moulin Rouge and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not Moulin Rouge. What's it called? Is that wasn't that what was playing when she was doing the cool roll the shot glass and do the shot?
Lady Marmalade?
Yeah, Lady Marmalade. That's what it was.
Yeah. What's your next scene?
My second one is the water wheel torture thing.
Yeah.
She's tied to a water wheel inside this mill or barn or wherever they are. And he just keeps like cranking it and lowering her back underwater. And every time she goes underwater, he waits it out to see if she can pop back up and then ask her more questions and see if she'll give up the information. And while she's down there, she sees Brian Cox down there, and she remembers that, I've got talking about how many guns he's got. I've got one here, one down here by Mr. Willie. And she remembers that and reaches down in there and pulls it up. And the next time they pull her up, she shoots him. That's freaking great. I love how they built that up, and she's like screaming and her face is all like white with purple lips because it's so cold.
And the more they dunk her, the more her memory comes back to her. And so she starts out as like the housewife, and she's like begging and she's screaming and she's like, please don't kill me. And then by like the last one, she's like the cold-blooded assassin lady, and she's like, I'm gonna kill you like just in a few minutes. Like, this is not over else. He's like she's like telling him, she's like, I think I should go for another swim. I'm ready.
Yeah. That's freaking great.
Yeah. And dude, and that guy, David Morse is he's a great one of those, like, oh, that guy, I've seen him in stuff. Like, he's in The Rock later this year, which is what I always recognize him from, but he's in a million things. He's in Green Mile. He's in like Treme and like a bunch of stuff.
Doesn't seem like he always kind of plays that same type of character? Like it's all like a
little bit.
He's like always a cop, it feels like, or somebody in the military. Yeah, I like that dude. He's good at what
Me too.
Does.
He was awesome. But yeah, that was a great scene. And I was also thinking, I was like, I wonder if I didn't know that this guy wrote Lethal Weapon, if I'd be able to figure it out just from the amount of times he had characters underwater. Like the underwater torture.
Nobody had to put their shoulder back into the socket, so I wouldn't.
I know. I was kind of waiting. I was like, does she dislocate something to get out of there? No, she just takes the gun from Brian Cox.
Yanks it out. Also, Samuel L. Jackson isn't getting too old for this shit. So
no,
yeah,
no, dude, he looks freaking young. I like that. Even young Samuel L. Jackson still looks old.
Yeah, he doesn't look that much different now to me.
Yeah, I mean, he's 47 when this movie comes out, so he's like basically our age at this point in time. And I'm like, young Samuel L. Jackson looks like old Samuel L. Jackson.
Yeah, black don't crack. What's your third one?
My third one is the train station action sequence.
That's my third one.
It was freaking great, man. So she's like figuring out who she is. I used to be Charlie Baltimore. I was all about killing people. I'm going to call the people and meet up with my handler and whatever. And she takes Samuel L. I got the new COVID, whatever that is. I'm ready. Bring sweet release, Jesus. Take me home. She goes in there with Samuel L. She's going to meet the guy, but she doesn't remember any of them. And so the guy who's the villain like comes up to her at the bar and pretends to hit on her. She doesn't recognize him at all. He's like, you don't know me at all. And she's like, no, I don't. He's like, my bad, Don, get out of here. And dude, freaking gunmen come in from everywhere. And she jumps, she sticks her hand into Samuel L.'s jacket pocket because that's where his gun is. And she freaking shoots a bunch of them. And then they're running and it's like, there's guys coming in that way. He's like, not that way.
How does she know the gun's in his right pocket?
Because he's doing the freaking Randy Newman singing what he's doing all the time. Put my jacket on. Put my gun in my pocket.
It's like, why don't you just stick it in your pants? Oh, yeah, so I can shoot my dick off. It's just like, oh, now you're a sharpshooter?
But that's what I mean, dude. The characterization's really good. The whole movie, he's like, no. Put my keys in my left pocket. No. Put my gun in my right. And he's like, if I sing what I'm doing, then I remember it. But anyway,
yeah,
that action scene was great. That was the most powerful grenade ever captured on film. It blew up the whole third story of that building.
The whole building blew up.
But that was when they jumped out the window. And as they're falling, she's shooting the ice the iced over lake with her machine gun, and they go under the ice.
Yeah. I don't want to be that stunt person.
That was you don't want to be the actors either, because Geena Davis said they actually filmed them coming up out of the ice in the icy lake.
And cut.
Yeah, because she was like, because they kept going under they thought they were going to be doing it indoors on a sound stage, like with heated water, and the director, her husband, was like, no, we're doing it in the lake. We already cut a hole right there. And she's like, okay. And so she's just like, we'd go underwater, we'd come up, and then we would sprint to the hot tub and get in the hot tub, and like our teeth would be chattering, and Samuel was trying to light a cigarette even though his hands were shaking. We go like, that was the worst thing I've ever done. And then he would come over and go like, we got to do it again. You guys didn't pop up at the same.
We forgot to turn on the camera. Sorry.
You guys didn't pop up at the same time. You didn't pop up high enough. We need more pop.
Oh, geez.
And so they had to keep doing it in the actual frozen lake.
That's great.
But yeah, dude, that was a great action sequence.
Dude, I like how also in a lot of these things, again, these guys are shooting like stormtroopers. They have machine guns, but they keep missing them. But they are killing the hell out of everybody. Like the innocent bystanders, like the guy that I've never ridden a train where I needed to have a suitcase. So I don't know how it works, but there was a guy like pushing a cart full of suitcases, and he got like lit up and fell in the suitcases. There were people walking down the stairs that were getting shot. And I was like, God, they're shooting everybody, but the people that they're trying to shoot. I don't understand why that was happening. But then they got to the third floor, and he's like, all right, you just pull back, just start squeezing and spraying. Ready, 1, 2, and then you see the grenade that's going to blow up the entire floor. And they took off running.
Well, dude, they were like making a plan in the third floor hallway, and has apparently come back to her house mom self. She's like, I don't know how to use the machine gun. He's like, it's super easy. And like he's like laying down the plan, and a grenade rolls up under their feet, and he just goes, "Fuck it, let's run!" And they turn around and jump out the window. And it was the hugest grenade explosion ever captured on film. I promise.
Yeah, there was like flames they were running from. That was
I think
it's bananas.
Yeah, that was that action sequence is one that the actors talked about a lot because it was cold, and they didn't like it, but it was freaking awesome.
I almost put the thing with the one-eyed Jack where that guy breaks out of jail and comes and finds her. And she's like fighting him off. And dude, like the amount of times Geena Davis looked like she took a hit to the face. Like I know he's not really punching her, but like he hit her on the side of the head with I'm sure it was sugar glass. It's not a real dish, but like she got hit in the face and that was Geena Davis in there. That was close-up shots. Like,
she said she did a lot of this. She didn't do like the jumping out of the window from the third floor, but she did a lot of the like fighting, like stunt work herself.
That's dude. She was taking it upside the head.
She was a badass. That's another like plot point that didn't need to be there. Like there's some guy who breaks out of prison to go and attack. Like I didn't need that.
Yeah, and I see that. Remember they showed like a. From the trunk scene, like the camera was from the trunk, and One-Eyed Jack still had his eye, and he was he's like, don't try anything cute or anything like that.
Yeah, they show the flashback because he was the one who, shot her and she fell into the ocean, and then she woke up with amnesia.
Yeah,
but also we didn't need that. We could have done that.
We didn't need that. You're gonna do a fan edit of this? I'll watch that.
I like that. A, you think I have time for that, and B, you think I care enough for that.
Not with your 6.5, 6.
It'd be a great movie to do that too.
Yeah.
What's your? All right, let's do quotes. What's your first quote?
My first one is "Chefs do that."
Chefs do that. I left that off. That's a classic one though.
Yeah, I did that only because it's classic, and I can't do all the other 15 Samuel L. Jackson quotes that I wanted to do.
Yeah, I'll take care of that.
Yeah. So what's your first one?
My first one is when she's driving the old guy home from the party, and he's just clearly this drunk old creepy neighbor guy, and she's like, "You guys been dating for a couple of years now?" And she's like, "Yeah, a couple of years." And he's like, "How often do you?" And she goes, "Stick our fingers in our hands as often as possible."
That guy played a good drunk.
He did, man. He was great.
He was like slurring his speech and kept opening his eyes really big. He was good.
I love drunk acting. I'm a huge fan of that. But yeah, that quote cracked me up, and I was like, I'm going to start using that. That's a good one.
Dude, I am glad that guy burnt up in the car.
What's your next quote?
My next one is when Geena Davis gets off the phone with what's his nuts, and she's like, all right, I'm leaving the country, Mitch. I need a fake passport. I need money, lots of it. He's like, yo, well, why didn't you say so? Hold on a minute while I pull that out of my ass. Dude, I forgot about that one, and I like laughed out loud. I remember a lot of the quotes, but I totally forgot that he just played it straight too. He was just like, yeah, no problem. Let me just pull that out of my ass.
He had great dialogue, and he just destroyed it on every delivery.
Yeah.
I think the one of his I had was the ham on rye. That was in my bonus, but no, I did have the next one was the one that I quote all the time. Where
just ain't no ham on rye, pal. Dude, that
where it's like they're riding in the car and she's like shivering. She says, you want me to turn on the heat? Doesn't work. It makes a very annoying noise. Distracts you from the cold.
Dude, that scene for reals, I'm glad you put that scene because not only does it have the song about linens, it has the heater bit, it has the girl that's jogging bit, it has all of that in one thing.
Well, dude, about every third line Samuel L. Jackson delivers in this movie was quotable. He's great.
Quotable, yeah.
Because the one where she's like trying to seduce him and he's like, I'm not rich, I'm not handsome. And the last time, I forget what it was, the last time someone tried to blow me was
candy bars cost a nickel. Yeah. He's really good.
And then my third one. Wait.
Did
you give your second one?
No, let me do my second one.
All right.
When it's right after they go to the hotel and they're going to go to the train station the next day. And he's like, oh, look, what I'm saying is back when we first met, you were like, oh, phooey, I burned the darn muffins. Now you go into a bar 10 minutes later, sailors come running out. What up with that? Because what are you, a Mormon? Like that was all in that one same spot.
Yeah, dude, that was awesome.
And he's just walking around in those Sansa belt slacks with just going dun 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 dun, poured a gin into the cup. It's like, yeah, God, he was killing me.
Them together, man. That's so good. That movie is so good.
Yeah.
My third quote was Brian Cox. It had no reason to be in the movie, but it freaking killed me. He's like sitting there and he's like in this like wingback chair in this house that's got a freaking fireplace crackling. He's wearing like a Cosby sweater, and he's
eating.
Like, he's eating. Yeah, he's eating, and the woman is like holding his little freaking purse dog, and dude, he hangs up the phone. And he's just like, hey, just
Alice.
I forget what Alice, please.
Your dog.
He's been licking his asshole for 3 straight hours. I submit to you that there's nothing there worth more than an hour's attention. I should think that whatever he's attempting to dislodge is either gone for good or there to stay. Wouldn't you agree?
And dude, her face when she turns, what's wrong with the dog? Like she's, oh my God, it's great.
But that freaking 3 sentences and that delivery was fantastic. I was not ready for it and it cracked me up.
I like how they like, I mean, I know this is a Shane Black thing, but like, even when Brian Cox, after he knocks him over the head with a tire iron and they steal his car, they're at your boy's farm upstate, and Samuel L. Jackson's like, how'd you find us? He's like, I found the address here in your coat, here between the address of a topless bar and the picture of what looks like a man's penis. He's like, that's a duck, not a dick. Like all of that didn't need to be in there at all. And I loved it because he didn't even start like that. Cause he even said like, he says something like, you're not going to be missed by NASA or something like that, trying to say that he's dumb. Great, dude. It's just great.
Yeah. That's what I mean. Like, dude, the dialogue is incredible, and all those little touches make it so good. But then the plotting overall is like this did not do it.
They could tighten it up. My last one is Mitch talking to Larry King.
Yeah,
at the very end, he says, "I'm always frank and earnest with women. In New York, I'm frank, and in Chicago, I'm earnest." And he just starts laughing, that Samuel L. Jackson laugh. I was like, "What a jerk! I love it."
all of that stuff, by the way, I don't know if you saw this, was reshoots because in the original edit, Samuel L. Jackson's character died, and in the test screenings, people hated that.
Yeah, everybody's like, Samuel Jackson dies? I don't want to watch this.
So they rewrote the ending so that he didn't die, and they did those reshoots, which is like the Larry King stuff, which is good because honestly, man, they spent a little time in the beginning setting up that like he's got a kid, but his kid's mom won't let him hang out with him because he's a criminal. I forgot that even happened.
Yeah.
But then at the end, they like came back around. And it's like, oh, and his kid's seen him on TV, like talking to Larry King, and it's like, oh, cool, he got a little bow.
Yeah. That's awesome.
My bonus one was This Ain't No Ham on Rye. Just like she's getting mugged and she's not at all afraid of the gun. She's a hard ass pterodactyl, and he pops up. And he's like, this ain't no ham on rye. It's like, I would have been here sooner, but I was thinking of that ham on rye line.
Yeah, because the guy's holding the gun and she's not scared. And she's like, all right, shoot. And he's like, hey, honey, this is a really big gun. And he's like, this ain't no ham on rye, pal. It's freaking great. Freaking great.
Yeah, dude, that's fantastic. Let's do characters. The dog, obviously.
Obviously, the dog and the dog's eyebrows.
No, I got Samuel L. Jackson first.
Yeah, I got the dirtbag PI is fantastic. I know he's there for...
My only objection is his name is Mitch Hennessy, and I feel like that's racist.
You're telling me that Samuel L. Jackson doesn't enjoy Hennessy?
I'm telling you that I think that seemed like the first draft. You're like, let's just call the black PI Hennessy. We'll fix that later on. And it's like, oh shit, they're going out like that. So we should recall that and change it.
Look what I did. I just did that and they're just going out like that. I don't know.
I made the serving just 2 spoonfuls.
Hey, Fig Newton's by the sleeve, like a wood chipper. Dude, I agree. Mitch Hennessy sounds a little racist. When he said Hennessy, the first thing I yelled was, somebody get me a glass of Hennessy with an ice cube floating in it.
He's amazing.
Dude, he's really, really good. He's the clutch hero, and he is comic relief, and he is just fantastic. And I'm glad this is one of his favorite roles because it's also one of mine.
Yeah, I would have watched another hour of this movie if it was just him and Geena Davis like zinging each other with one-liners. That part was incredible.
Yeah.
Like the whole like let's figure out the mystery of where she came from. The two of them. That part was awesome.
Yeah.
Who's your second character?
Wait, how many movies has Sam Jackson done?
Like 200. I don't
know. 190. Very good.
Is Kevin Hart going to catch him next year?
His films have grossed $27 billion. Just put him in all the movies.
Well, dude, when you're in Star Wars and in Marvel, then you're going to drive the gross up there pretty good.
Yeah, that's pretty quick. My second one I had was Geena Davis, Charlie Baltimore, Samantha Cain.
She's on my list. Like I said, there was a couple spots in the movie where I didn't like what she was doing, but I just kept thinking like there's no one I could put in there that would make this any more enjoyable. So I think ultimately like I got to decide that she was doing an awesome job.
I thought she did a good job playing like the two personas. Like, I kept switching back and forth.
Yeah. And she said that was what really attracted her to doing the movies. The ability to like have two characters that were completely opposite personalities, like inhabiting the same person. And sometimes they're even competing like within the same scene.
Yeah. Yeah. That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. And she's physical enough to believe it. She's freaking dirt in the skirt.
Did she drop the ball on purpose?
Yeah, dude, she did. We talked about this during our League of Their Own double episode back in 92. She for sure dropped it on purpose.
Yes, she did. You know who wouldn't have dropped it? Charlie Baltimore.
Yeah.
Just saying.
No, she would have freaking knifed Kit right in the eyeball.
All right, so who'd you pick for third?
I went with Brian Cox. I just like that guy. I
did too, because I almost put Craig Bierko, the bad guy with the 90s beard. Because I mean he was in a lot more of the movie than Brian Cox, but dude, Brian Cox was in like 10 minutes of the movie and he could run that whole movie if he wanted to, I think. He was great. I love him.
I always enjoy Brian Cox, and I just thought, I mean, it was like
he does McDonald's commercials now.
Well, he's one of those guys where it's like, he was a Shakespearean actor. He's got a Primetime Emmy, a Golden Globe, BAFTAs, like Laurence Olivier Awards. I just like that guy. Every time he's in something, I'm like, I like what he can do so much different stuff.
Yeah.
Like he's in the freaking X-Men movies. Yeah, he was
in Troy, and I show that to my class sometimes. He kills it. They all love him.
He's in so much stuff.
Yeah. Yeah, that's who I put too, because the other guy I didn't want. And the daughter with the lisp, Mr. Perkins. I couldn't anymore. So
I got some notes about her. Her name is Yvonne Zima. She's 6 in this movie. So go ahead. You should tell us how bad she did. I'm going to let you handle that bit.
Yeah. I didn't like her lisp. I wanted that. It was.
I don't think that was an acting choice. I think she actually had a lisp.
Yeah, she definitely does. That's not my fault.
But we're not going to move a lot of tapes this way. You talk to her.
Okay. She's still making movies though. She's older now.
Yeah, I was going to say she has small parts in 2 other Shane Black movies. She has a small part in Iron Man 3 and in Nice Guys.
Nice Guys. Yeah.
I thought that was kind of cool. But yeah, dude, I thought about her. I thought she did a pretty good job. The main villain with the thin 90s beard, he was fine. Like everybody was good, but I was just like, I like Brian Cox.
I like Brian Cox.
He was in Braveheart last year. He was freaking killing it in that one.
Yeah, he's good at this.
All right, dude. Same 3.
Yeah. Sorry, whoever.
Sorry, everyone who hates when we agree. Writer and director stuff. Writer Shane Black. So he writes Lethal Weapon, Last Boy Scout, Last Action Hero. He writes Nice Guys, Iron Man 3, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is delightful.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang is great. So this is the first script. This Long Kiss Goodnight is the first, what I read anyway, was the first spec script that sold for over $1 million. Sold for $4 million. And because he's done Lethal Weapon and like a couple other things before this, Last Boy Scout, Last Action Hero. And then this movie doesn't do well. Like it kind of bombs. Like it's great, but it's supposed to be big and it isn't. And I think what I read was there was so much backlash from what this script cost and how bad the movie did that the next movie he does is Kiss Kiss Bang Bang, which is like 8 years away.
And that's his directorial
and he
debut
directs
too.
It. Yeah. So like he writes that, he directs it. He also gets RDJ to be in it at the time when RDJ is like not really doing movies because he's a drug addict.
Yeah.
And I don't know if we'll be doing this podcast in 8 years, but spoiler alert, we love Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
I can't even. I know there's people that haven't seen it, but nobody that's seen that doesn't like it. That is delightful.
I said 2 days ago I was listening to something. We were listening to something in the car, and somebody was like, "I feel badly," and I was like, "Badly is an adverb. Who taught you English? Kill yourself."
Who taught you grammar? And he's like touching him on the shoulder. He's like touching him. All right, I have to go. And he just pushes him away from the car and pulls off.
He's like, what do they call you, Gay Perry? Are you gay? No, me? No, I'm knee-deep pussy. I just like the name.
God, Val Kilmer, pour some out. I like Shane Black. He's really good.
He's awesome, man. And the director is Renny Harlin, who at this time is Geena Davis's husband. Right. And he directed Die Hard 2. I don't know how much of it. He directed Cliffhanger. So he's done a couple of big action movies, which I think is why he gets this one. But
yeah,
sometimes I think like timing stuff is just weird. Like they signed on to do this movie. He signed on to direct. He wanted to cast his wife. Everyone's cool with that. But before they could do it, they were contractually obligated to do Cutthroat Island the year before, which at the time is the biggest box office bomb of all time. Like it loses $150 million. So that's what he's coming off of with Matthew Modine.
Matthew Modine. I remember that.
So it's one of those like this movie had some problems, but if Geena Davis and Renny Harlin aren't coming off the biggest bomb in box office history, would it have done better? Maybe. I think probably so.
But how many people don't go see movies because they know that the movie before it bombed? Like I
don't think moviegoers care about that, but the people that review movies and generate buzz for movies, like they do, know. And so they know. Like they're going to go in there thinking like this movie's not like they're going to take that subconscious bias into their reviews, and then you don't get as much like traction from audiences.
That stinks.
I didn't see anyone say like no one. I didn't see Renny Harlin or Geena Davis in video or in writings that I was looking at say that, but I saw some people speculating like that was probably not helpful, that they had to go do this horrible movie that lost a ton of money and then go do this one.
Yeah,
but like, dude, you could tell like Alan Silvestri does the score, like this, all the people involved, like this was set up to be a big movie, and then it just kind of didn't do it.
Yeah, it stinks. It stinks for them because I liked it. I mean, it's no 6, but it's pretty good.
It's got stuff.
I'll definitely
it's got stuff that's great. I would absolutely watch it again, but I would just, when I got to the last 20 minutes, I would just turn it off.
Right.
Because I didn't need that part, which I got to punish because that is the part that wraps up the whole story.
Yeah, no, I get it. Dude, all the stuff you're saying, I'm like, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'm looking at his directing stuff. Die Hard 2, Cliffhanger, Cutthroat Island, Blast from the Past. He does not direct, but he's a producer on. Shout out there.
Stars.
which is a Movie Life Crisis favorite. That one for sure. Yeah, dude, he's doing like a bunch of like kind of weird stuff since then, like movies I've never heard of, like 5 Days of War and Legend of Hercules. These all look like direct-to-video or like indie.
He did one with what's his name? John Cena. It was in New Orleans. It was called 12 Rounds. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
That was all right.
He did Skip Trace, which has Jackie Chan and Johnny Knoxville. I didn't have time to fully absorb that one.
haven't really absorbed that one yet, Dave. Yeah, I mean, it's not the Jackie Chan movie with Jennifer Love Hewitt about a tuxedo that makes him into James Brown, but it's
cleverly named The Tuxedo.
Yeah. He does some good stuff. He's not married to Geena Davis anymore, is he?
No.
I mean,
I don't think it's because of this, though. I think they just aren't married.
Yeah. I didn't realize Geena Davis was married to Jeff Goldblum.
I know every time we do a Geena Davis movie, we remember that again.
Their kids would be ginormous.
She does have 3. I don't know how tall they are. I didn't go that deep into the research.
Giant kids.
What I like about Geena Davis, I mean, I like a lot of things about Geena Davis, but talking about who she was married to, she was married once for 3 years, once for 4 years, once for 5 years. And it's like she goes into marriage number 4 and you're going, you've already been divorced 3 times. You've never made it to the 5-year mark. Maybe this marriage thing is not for you. Husband 4, 20 years, still going strong.
Yeah, she finally figured it out.
Shout out Geena Davis. They did get divorced after 20 years, but I feel like at that point you call it a win.
Oh. You said still going strong and I got excited.
I know, I didn't read it correctly. I'm like, oh no, they did get divorced. But 20 years, it's a hell of a run. But good for her for getting back out there.
Man. She's 70. She don't need to be married anymore. She's going to get in a car with her friend Louise and drive off a cliff.
I think Susan Sarandon and her should just do another Thelma and Louise movie.
Yeah, I'm with it.
I would watch it. Old Thelma and Louise.
Is that what they're going to call it?
That's what I would call it.
Old Thelma and Louise.
This time the car's going to have heated seats for their backs.
They got to have them. Got some ibuprofen in the trunk.
My car has heated seats, and the amount of times I use them because of the weather compared to the amount of times I use them because my back hurts is way, way low.
I have heated seats, but I don't need to sweat that much in my bathing suit area, so I just don't turn it on.
I'm like 98% for back pain, 2% for cold weather. Yeah, man. I don't really have a lot of worse I didn't already mention. Plotting, the world's most powerful grenade.
Yeah, that's I just had the explosions were pretty bad. They
talked at one point about doing this movie with a male action star, like I think during the early stages during the casting, because Renny Harlin had worked with Bruce Willis on Die Hard 2 and with Stallone on Cliffhanger. And I'm glad they didn't do that. I don't think it would have been as good.
Better. Yeah, this is way better.
Like I'm sure in the 90s, if a movie bombs and it was a female lead, it's like, well, that's what you get for putting a woman in a man's job. And she was awesome.
I like how you think that's gone and that doesn't still happen.
No. Well, I'm just saying it was way louder in the 90s. I don't know, maybe not.
It was out in the open. Oh, like racism in Mississippi.
They were saying the quiet part out loud, which no one does anymore. Never mind.
Yeah, dude, just the whole green screen and explosions just didn't look really great.
Did you have old tech? I mean, payphones, walkie-talkies? They're on 171 point something megahertz. They're on the what? The what hertz?
They had some payphones, landlines, TV broadcasts, all of those things that were like
they were walking and they were talking in.
Yeah. The whammy kablam. This is pre-smartphones, so we'll just go 2 towns over and completely disappear. Like that's how easy it was back in the Gap. Now it's just like we had a traffic camera, saw a picture of her, and the AI ran the trace, and now we know exactly where they are. That sucks.
Yeah. Oh wait, one other thing from Good is Shane Black really likes action movies set at Christmas.
Yeah.
Because this movie is set during Christmas. Lethal Weapon set during Christmas. Nice Guys, Iron Man 3, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang. All of those are Shane Black movies set around Christmas.
I didn't have this one, but some of those other ones you mentioned, I did have in my Christmas collection.
Well, I was actually thinking, I was like, dude, this is going in the Christmas playlist when Wolf gets a little older because it's for sure a Christmas movie.
Yeah, Mrs. Claus. She plays Mrs. Claus.
Yeah.
And those stupid teenagers were like whistling at her and stuff. Like, what are we doing? I don't know.
Teenagers now are much better behaved, I'm sure.
Yeah, a lot of that stuff that was sexist, I'm sure, is still going out there. It's just, I don't see it as much, I guess.
Yeah. They're not whistling at you. They're whistling at Geena Davis.
Right.
Well, all right. 5 questions. Is it okay for kids?
Real fast. Political correctness.
Oh, yeah.
The whole false flag and blaming it on Muslims.
Yeah.
This was pre 9/11.
That was ahead of its time.
That was way ahead of its time. The whole time I was like, they were blaming Muslims already. All right.
Yeah. I wonder how they knew that was going to work.
Yeah, they knew. They all knew.
Blame it on the brown people. Never fails.
Never.
5 questions. Number 1, is it okay for kids? Seems not okay for kids.
Yeah,
did your kids watch this?
I would say no. I mean, I'd probably let Jake watch it. It's not. I mean, it's bloody, but it's not really. You know what I'm saying? Like the weirdest part is when she's got the cream from the pie after she hit him in the side of the face, and it's got blood in it, and she licks it. I was like, all right, Geena, that was a bit much.
Well, some of the mirror flashbacks she had were like kind of jarring to me.
Yeah.
Like, well, that shit was freaky.
Yeah. Cause they had the weird clouds and she's standing on the cliff and you don't know why yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or like she'd be looking in the mirror and then it would flip to her like alter ego and she'd be all bloody holding a knife. I was like, what the hell? Just when is it? We're watching The Ring?
And it reaches through the mirror and slices her. Yeah. Yeah. I'm with you.
Yeah. This feels like
the torture movie. And the torture in the ice and all that, like ice water and all that. Like that.
That's pretty mild.
That's bad. Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Would this movie get made if it were pitched now? I don't see why not.
I guess it would. This would probably be a Netflix movie or like a PG-13 franchise starter with.
It'd be a Netflix movie. Well, freaking Ben Affleck and Matt Damon just did that Netflix action movie. Like that's where everyone's doing action movies now.
Right. Right.
Which kind of sucks because they're not as good, but I guess that's where they're giving them money to do them.
I think we could do like we keep saying, just it should be extra action comedy more or more espionage and get the realism, get that all straight instead of just all these plot points trying to come together.
Yeah, I don't know. This one got a little too grandiose towards the end. Yeah. I feel like I'd like to keep it small. Like just figure out why she's not. I think he went like in the Jason Bourne direction. Like there's a whole organization he used to be a part of and he's going to take him down. It's like, just let her figure out who she is and like kill the one guy responsible for it, not blow up the Canadian border.
Right. And boy, did they in that truck.
Movie or TV show? Movie for me.
It's got to be a movie. Yeah.
Yep. What about recasting? If we're going to do it in 2026,
she's probably too old, but I want Emily Blunt.
Yeah.
And Lakeith Stanfield.
Yeah. Emily Blunt would be great for this. I was trying to think of because actually, who's the badass action hero woman who's also like this sweet mom to a little girl. I was like, I do think Charlize Theron would be my all-time number 1 pick for this. She's a little too old at this point. I'm like,
Atomic Blonde? Is that the movie she did?
That's the
kick-ass. Yeah, that's the kick-ass movie.
And Old Guard. She's kick-ass in that too.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, she's kicked a lot of ass. She can do it.
Yeah.
I think I was thinking Aubrey Plaza she'd be really good at this terrifying assassin lady. I think the sweet mom part might be a stretch for her, but I think she could do it.
No, she could do it. She's a good actress.
Yeah.
She's great.
I can't think of who I would replace Samuel L. with. Like Donald Glover.
God, freaking! I would watch it with Troy. I would totally watch Troy in that.
Yeah,
the only reason I picked Lakeith Stanfield, did you ever see Sorry to Bother You?
No, I didn't.
There's a new one called Play Dirty. Wait, I think is that a Shane Black movie? The one with him and Marky Mark.
I think that is a Shane Black movie.
Yeah, dude. I haven't finished it, but I just started and it's kind of good. He just plays that quick. He's like funny energy, but also like weary. Like I don't know. He's good. I like.
By the way, also in that movie is Yvonne Zima for the 4th time. She's the little girl.
Oh, nice. Well, she's not a little girl now, right?
She's not a little, she plays the little girl.
30s.
Oh, and Gretchen Mall's in that one. I haven't seen her in forever.
Ooh,
I'm gonna
nice.
check that out.
Yeah, it's so far it's pretty good.
Nice. Yeah, when I have internet again, I'm gonna get on that.
Oh God. All right. So 5th question: can you still watch and enjoy this?
Yeah.
If you like Shane Black dialogue, this is a jam. If you like Christmas in the background of action movies, it's your jam.
I mean, it's a really fun 90s action movie. There's got some stuff about it that's great. It's funny. It's got some good action.
Yeah.
I mean, other people have more attention spans than me. Maybe you don't care that it's 20 minutes too long and it gets kind of confusing at the end. Totally worth watching. I didn't find it streaming anywhere. I rented it on YouTube first, and then YouTube said, "Thank you for the money. We're not going to show you the movie." And so I went and canceled that one, and then I rented it on Amazon Prime. So,
nice.
Whoosh, spy money. See you later.
When you rent these, do you rent them in HD to get like the full experience, or you don't care? You're just trying to blow through it. Yeah.
No, I rent them in HD, and then I hold my laptop really close to my face, so it's like I'm at the theater.
I like to have to turn my head to see the whole thing.
I usually always watch them on our giant TVs in Nashville, but they don't have power, so I was watching on my laptop, up close and personal.
Yeah,
I like how mad people get sometimes in the comments if I admit to watching a movie not on my surround sound. They're like, "Well, that's why you didn't like it." I'm like, dude, I can't. I got a life to live. Sometimes I got to watch part of it on my laptop. I'm doing my best here.
Yeah, they would hate how I watch movies. That's why I don't even say it. I'm like on my phone while I'm driving to go pick my kid. No, I'm trying to drive to go pick up Jake, or I'm waiting outside of his basketball practice, and I got the surround sound as my car speakers. It's not doing it any favors for sure.
Yeah. All right, man. Like I said, you can find it for rent, for money, YouTube, Amazon Prime, Apple.
YouTube,
Next up,
kinda.
Our Valentine's Day special, 1996. George Clooney, Michelle Pfeiffer, One Fine Day.
One Fine Day. Delightful. Lieberman is in Barbados. I cannot wait. I've already got
Carrier Monkey.
6 quotes. 6 quotes. What about the cookies? I can't wait. I'm going to watch it now and then watch it again before we do it. Like that's how much I like this movie.
Big fan of that one. All right. Thank you guys for listening. And we'll see you next time for that one. Bye, con Dios.
Bye, con Dios.
Thanks for listening to Movie Life Crisis. Please subscribe, rate, and review, and remember, don't drive angry.